standing at the front of our mat, hands in prayer position. Allowing those palms to be working together, dropping out of the shoulders. Allowing that tailbone to slide down your back, belly button in and lifting up, closing your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in. Blow it out through your mouth. Deep breath in. Blow it out through your mouth. And then return to normal breath. What is your normal breath? Notice if you're drying up through the shoulders. If you're clenching through the glutes, just notice. And then begin to drop in. Deepening that breath, inhaling to 3-part breath so that it'll be an inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Again, inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. Inviting Ujjayi breath, the tightening of the back of your throat, so that it sounds like the ocean. And it's the sensation as you draw the air in, there's a little bit of restriction. And as you allow the air to go out, there's a little bit of restriction in the back of the throat, really giving the thinking mind something to focus on. And as you're standing here, begin to feel your feet root down into the earth, rooting down, 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 and the crown growing tall to the heavens. Finding your breath. I'm going to grow quiet for 3 long breaths. Nicely done. Exhaling it all the way out. On the next inhale, dropping the hands down. Inhaling, open the arms wide as if you're scooping in the atmosphere, and then exhaling them down. So beginning with only sun arms. Inhaling the hands up, 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 up. Exhaling them down, down, down. Continuing with sun arms, inhaling them up, up, up. Exhaling them down, down, down. Finding your rhythm. And following the breath. So reminding that Ujjayi breath is engaged here. 3-part breath, so it's almost as if we have our arms following our breath. And then exhale, exhale, exhale. We're going to do 3 more of these. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Exhale, exhale, exhale. 2 more. This is the last of sun arms, and we're going to add to it. So as you scoop up the universe, we're going to add into half sun salutation. So inhaling the hands up. We're going to exhale, swan dive forward, 3-part breath, staying with the 3-part breath. Inhaling, hands come to your shins. Oh, halfway up, long inhale. Exhaling, lowering down, and then inhaling, reverse swan dive. So we have a pretty nice, gentle rhythm going on. Hands come all the way down center line, and then circling around. So we're creating a full circle with the shoulder joint. Inhaling them up. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Following your 3-part Ujjayi breath, inhaling halfway up. Exhaling back down. Inhaling, reverse swan dive. Exhaling those hands down center line. Keep going, find your rhythm, follow your breath. We're gonna do 5 of these. So work at your own rhythm. And if the mind is busy and you find that you're moving quickly, what would it feel like to just slow down? To slow that breath down and follow it through, creating a rhythm that allows the body to warm. Yes. Keep moving. Three more. Finding your rhythm. Noticing how when the mind is given something to do, following the breath, minding the movement, it begins to drop into this beautiful synchronization of a body-mind connection where the mind begins to slow, fall into place with the body and the breath. Nowhere to go, nothing to do, allowing the body to experience the gentleness of half sun salutation. This is going to be our last series through, all the way through. Last one. If you arrive before everybody else, just stand with your hands in Anjali Mudra prayer position. Drink it in, feel the feet, how they're connecting into the earth. And we're gonna add on to this. So dropping the hands down, circling them around, nice long inhale, scooping in the atmosphere. Exhaling, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. I love to do this with my hands on my shin. Exhaling, bending the knees, stepping all the way back into downward facing dog or tabletop, whatever is there for you today. So soften the knees. This is our first dog of the day. So soft through the knees. Just do some knee bends here, both knees. Heels are off the mat, like a little teeny squat. Make sure the knees are traveling to the little toe as you're doing so. And then on the next lifting up, set your right heel down into the floor, dropping that left knee forward, giving that hamstring some space to open all the way from the hip to the knee, and then the calf muscles from the knee down to the ankle, into the heel, across the bottom of the foot. Let go of your head. Inhaling up onto your toes, exhaling down into the left heel. Holding it there, giving it space, remembering to work at your level. Now, at any time, if you need to lower into tabletop, you can do the same movement by pressing back into the heel. This takes the pressure off the shoulders. It takes the pressures off the low back. And we're going to begin to walk the dog. So right heel down, release it out, left heel down. This is what it looks like in tabletop. And then downward facing dog, there's no tension in the neck. Just walking the dog. 2 more. Last one. And then soften into both heels. Let go of that head. Shake it no. Shake it yes. Find your breath. Two more. And inhale, looking straight ahead. Exhaling, moving forward into plank. Right into plank. Draw that belly button up. Slide that tailbone down. Get out of your shoulders. Modify this to knees on the floor if you need to, but make sure that bottom is down. Find your breath. 5 breaths. Lowering those knees, lowering those elbows all the way down. Shoulders are back, elbows are in, lifting up into a little teeny cobra. Find the strength, find your breath, hold the posture, but keep breathing. If you need a break, this is the place to do it. You can lay your head down, turn your head one way, otherwise stay in cobra. The work comes in the holding of the muscles. These are working the back muscles, opening up the heart. This is a heart opener. Breathing into it. 2 more breaths. You can make it. If you're resting, join us for the last breath. Inhale, curl those toes under. Exhale, press all the way back into downward facing dog. Find your breath for 4 long breaths. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Nice long inhale. Nice long exhale. Lengthen through that right foot and then exhale it all the way up in between your hands. Help it if you need to. Okay. Bring the left foot to meet it. Nice big steps. This strengthens the core muscles. Exhale all the way down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling reverse swan dive, coming all the way up. Exhaling your hands down center line. Take a break here. Pause with your hands at Anjali Mudra. Allow it to be what it is in your body. On the next inhale, drop the hands down, circling them around. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling, lead with the left foot this time. Step back into downward facing dog. So we can lead with different feet. Find your breath. Full expression of dog. We've already walked through it. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Inhaling, sliding forward into plank. There it is, right there. Find your breath. 5 more. Slide that tailbone down your back. Lift up through the belly button. 3 more. 2 more. Last one, lower straight down. Modify it before you need to, if you need to. Lifting up. Now, almost as if somebody's taking a hold of your elbows and drawing them down and pressing them to the floor. And by doing that, it draws the shoulders down and back, lifts up through the heart space. Little teeny cobras. Breathe into it. Find your breath. On the next inhale, curl those toes under. Exhale all the way back, downward facing dog. Find your dog. 3 more breaths. 2 more. Last one, lift through that left foot, lift it up. Bring it all the way through in between those hands. You have to walk it forward, that's okay. Step the right foot to meet it. Exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up. Exhaling down, inhaling, reverse swan dive. Exhaling those hands down, center line. Close your eyes, take a breath. If you're dizzy, keep them open. Sometimes when we move from the floor to standing, the blood pressure has to adjust. 2 more breaths. Getting ready to add on the next inhale, drop those hands down, circling them around. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling, stepping back with the right foot and the left foot meets it. Full expression of dog. Inhaling forward into plank. 3 breaths here, we're shortening it up. On the next exhale, lower straight down. Inhaling up into cobra. Feel the strength, curl the toes under. Exhaling straight back into downward facing dog. Find your full expression. Find your breath. 3 more. Remember to honor your body. If you need a break, child's pose is always available. Shavasana is also always available. 2 more breaths. Last one, lifting through that left foot and lengthening it all the way through in between your hands, coming into high lunge with your left foot. Okay, step the back foot in a half a step and cartwheel open into warrior 2. There it is. Good morning. Breathing into it. Looking over that hand. We're going to sink forward in our knee and then back into our arms. So we're going forward in the knee, sinking back in the arms, opening our first lateral movement of the day. Breathing into it. Inhaling back forward, sliding across the body, anchoring the elbow to the knee and bringing that arm up and over. Nice and slow, follow your body. Now check in. Belly button to the spine. Tailbone sliding down your back. Shoulders away from the ears, but lengthening through those fingertips, smiling. Holding our energy. Feel the strength in the supported warrior pose, opening the side body. Breathing into it. Inhaling that hand halfway up just so that it's reaching towards the ceiling. Spin the hand behind you and open it back behind. Spin that back open. If you have the space to touch your arm, do that. The arm of your left hand. Sink into that knee again. I'm beginning to lose it. I like to come out of my knees. This takes quad strength, so this is building the quadriceps, the tops of your thighs. Breathe into it. Inhaling that hand back up, cartwheeling it all the way around, coming back down into high lunge, stepping back into downward facing dog, just pass through dog to counter pose it, and then exhale forward into plank. Right here into plank, feel the strength, find your breath. 1 more. Lower straight down. Inhale up. Inhale up. Find your breath. Find the strength. Press those tops of the feet into the floor. Draw those shoulders away from your ears. Curl the toes under. Exhaling all the way back. Downward facing dog. 3 more breaths. 2 more. Last one. Inhale, lifting through that right leg, same leg, or yeah, let's go to the right leg. Exhale it all the way through. Step the left leg to meet it. Drop all the way down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down, inhaling, reverse swan dive. Exhaling those hands down, center line. Take a break. Notice what's different from the right side to the left side. Can you notice the difference? Notice how you might be standing differently in your feet. Notice when you take a nice deep inhale of breath, how the lung fills with the air. On the next inhale, drop the hands down, circle them around. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down, stepping back through the right foot, leaving that left foot, and then bringing it with you into downward facing dog. Inhaling straight forward. 3 breaths right here in plank. Exhale, lower straight down. Inhaling up into cobra. Find your breath. 3 breaths. Curl those toes under. Exhaling straight back into downward facing dog. Find your full expression of dog and then lift through your right leg and exhale it up in between your hands. Now we're all going to be away from each other on the screen, and that's okay. Inhaling, spinning open into warrior 2. We've already watched each other do this once, so trust that I can talk you through it. Sinking forward in that knee in warrior 2. Find your breath. Feel the strength of warrior 2. And on the next inhale, sink forward in your knee and bring that right hand up, sinking all the way back into dancing warrior. Find your breath. So we did one side. Make sure you're doing the other side of the body. We want to create a nice balanced body. Inhaling, coming back into warrior 2, sliding across the body, anchoring that elbow to your knee, sinking down into the knee, drawing that left hand all the way up and over your head, spinning open in the chest, lateral opener from the outside edge of the left foot to the tip of the left fingers. Nice long line of energy. Breathe into it. Inhaling, lifting that arm straight back up to the ceiling, spinning the palm away from you and dropping that hand behind the back. Opening up that shoulder, twisting through that rib cage. If you can reach your arm, do that, hook into it. That becomes a binding pose, that's okay. If you can't reach it, I can't reach mine. But I always imagine that my fingertips are growing longer and wrapping around my arm. Keep breathing, we're almost there. Sink into that right knee. Building the quad muscles. You might begin to tremble, you might begin to quiver a little, that's okay. Inhaling that hand back up. Exhaling, cartwheeling all the way around, spinning out of it. Hands come down, stepping back into downward facing dog. Find your expression of dog and then inhale forward into plank. Exhale, lowering straight down. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling down, curling the toes under. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Find your dog. Sink down into it. Find your breath. 3 more. Inhaling, lifting through that left foot. Lift it up. Exhale it right in between your hands. Bring that right foot to meet it. Exhaling all the way down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling reverse swan dive. Exhaling those hands down center line to take a pause. Feel those hands work together. Check in. How are you feeling? So we've gone through the entire series. We're going to move through the series on our breath. So if it's too much, do what you can. It's enough. We're going to go through it. We'll go through it one full time and see where we're at, okay? So just follow. We'll move together this time instead of opposite of one another. On the next inhale, dropping the hands down, circling them around. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down and stepping back with the left foot. Let the right foot meet it. Right into downward facing dog. Inhaling forward into plank. Exhaling down. Inhaling up into cobra. Curl those toes around. Exhaling back into downward facing dog. Find your full expression of dog. Bring that right leg up. Exhale it all the way through. You'll be facing away from the camera. That's okay. Drop that heel down. Spin all the way open into warrior two. Sinking down. Sinking back into dancing warrior. Inhaling. Coming back into warrior two. Exhaling. Full expression of warrior two. Nice deep inhale. Slide across the body. Exhale. Anchor that elbow to the knee, lifting that hand all the way up over the head. This is a long exhale. Inhaling that hand back up, spinning it around, bringing it behind you. Nice deep exhale. Open up that rib cage. Nice long exhale. Inhaling the hand up. Exhaling, cartwheeling around, coming down into high lunge, stepping back into downward facing dog. Inhaling forward into plank. Exhaling down. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling, turning those toes under, all the way back into downward facing dog. Find your breath for 4 breaths. This is a great place to go to child if you need a break. 2 more breaths. Last one. All the way through. On the next inhale, lift that right foot up high. Lift it high. Exhale it all the way up in between your hands. Help it if you need to. Step the left one to meet it. Exhaling all the way down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling reverse swan dive. We're halfway there. Exhaling your hands down, circling them around on the inhale. Here we go. Other side. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down, stepping the right foot back. Left foot stays forward. Now it meets the right foot back in downward facing dog. Inhaling forward into plank. Exhaling straight down. Inhaling up into cobra. Curling those toes under. Exhaling back. Inhaling, lifting that left foot. Exhaling it all the way up in between your hands. Anchor that foot down. Cartwheel open. Warrior two. Should be the other side. Nice deep breath in, sinking back into dancing warrior. Nicely done. Inhaling back into warrior two. Exhaling full expression. Inhaling, sliding across the body. Anchor that elbow down. Reach that arm all the way over. Nice deep inhale. Inhaling the hand up. Spin it around. Exhaling it behind you. Open that rib cage up. Spin it open. Let all those ribs go. Inhaling that hand up. Exhaling, cartwheeling around. Stepping back into downward facing dog. Almost there. You can do it. Inhaling straight forward. Exhaling, lowering straight down. Inhaling up into cobra. Exhaling down. Curling those toes under. Inhaling up to downward facing dog. Find your dog. Full expression. Let go of your head. Find your breath. 2 more. Last breath for downward dog, but keep breathing. Inhaling, lifting through your left foot. Exhale it all the way up in between your hands. Core strength right there. Bring the right foot to meet it. Exhaling down. Inhaling halfway up. Exhaling down. Inhaling reverse swan dive. Exhaling your hands down center line. You made it. Good job. Breathing into it. Now that the body's warm, we can really get into the work. Find your breath. Sink into those feet. We're taking a little break here. Release those hands down. Coming into standing mountain. Notice what it feels like to stand in mountain. So outside of the palms facing forward, this is how we generally stand in the day. So let's build this from the feet up. The 4 points of your feet are touching the floor, lifting your toes off the floor. Knees are spinning open, tailbone sliding down the body. Belly button's back and up. Set those toes down one at a time. Heart's lifting to the sun. Dropping out of the shoulders, lengthening through the crown. Now, for just the sake of argument, keep the center part of the body and let go of your arms. See what it feels like to just stand fully supported in your feet, connected to the earth. Now, pour your weight into the right foot without taking the left foot off the floor. Just pour your weight into the right foot. And now pour your weight into the left foot. Both feet are still connected to the earth, but we're going to just rock from one foot to the other, letting the weight shift. Okay, now we're pouring into the right foot, arms are loose, everything is still engaged. Begin to lift that knee a little, and then pour into the left foot, lift the right knee. So we have this simulated walking in place. But what's happening in the center of your body? Have you remained strong in the core? Is that belly button still working to the spine and lifting up? Is the tailbone still sliding down your body? Just notice. So when I do this and I begin to invite the other muscles into play here, I notice that my low back stops hurting because my core, my belly button, and my tailbone are working together to support this whole center region. Take note. Notice how when you're supported from the center of your body, there's way deeper grounding. So now we're going to pour into the right foot, pouring into the right foot. Double check everything. Tailbone sliding down, belly button back. We're going to lift that right foot straight up like we're going to march. Hands are still down. Bring those hands up to parallel right here. Find your balance. Find your breath. Notice at what point the core goes on vacation and bring it back in. And then set down the left foot, lower the arms down, pour your weight into the left foot. Bring that right knee up, bring the arms up also, parallel with the floor. Breathe into it. Check in. So this is really more about the core than it is about the foot you're balancing on. Exhale, lower that foot down, lift up the left foot. Now we're going to move with this. So keep that core engaged, keep drawing that belly button back. Left foot comes down, follow your breath. And I've got to get my breath because I'm still talking. Exhaling the foot down, inhaling the left knee up. Exhaling the left foot down, inhaling the right knee up. So notice, when did the core let go? Invite it back in. It's not if, it's when. Because we get busy moving through life And that's the first thing we let go, the most powerful part of staying grounded and centered. We let go of it. So practice what it feels like to keep that belly button drawing back to the spine and tailbone down. So we're just walking this out. We're going to do 2 more each side after this one. So this is 1. And this is 2. And if this is more than you can handle, you can still just stand, coming back into mountain. Hands are soft and relaxed. My tailbone went on vacation, my belly button went on vacation. And as we engage those, it allows our femurs, which are our top leg bones here, to open, to support the knees and support on the ankles. I always call them our Lincoln logs. Getting our Lincoln logs to line up correctly. Nicely done. Find your breath, open up into mountain, bring those hand palms facing forward. Close your eyes, drink it in. This is what it feels to be supported from the center. Strength. It gives you permission to grow long in your crown and sink down into your feet. Nicely done. Nice deep inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward, coming all the way down onto the floor, stepping back into tabletop. We've got to get our tabletops in today because tabletop with cat-cow keeps our spine supple and loose. So first begin with finding your tabletop, dropping that tailbone down, lifting up through the belly button, lengthening through the crown, drawing back through the shoulders. And inhale, dropping down in the center into cow. Exhaling up into cow. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. Inhaling down. Exhaling up. We're still working with that 3-part breath. Sometimes it comes into play. Other times it's just the movement of the air moving in and out of the lungs. 1 more all the way through. And exhale it all the way out. Coming back into tabletop, lengthening long in the crown. Shoulders are back. And take a nice long inhale and then exhale, look for your right hip. Can you see it? Inhale back to center. Exhale, look for your left hip. So now we're inviting the spine to go the other direction, laterally, side to side. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, looking for the right hip. Inhaling back to center. Exhaling, looking for the left hip. It's interesting, I always find that my spine opens when I do this. Inhaling back to center, exhaling right. Inhaling back to center, exhaling left. We're going to do 1 more time. Inhaling back to center, exhaling right. Inhaling back to center, exhaling left. Nicely done. Inhaling, coming right here to the center. Find your tabletop. Tip that chin just slightly so you can lengthen through your crown. Slide down through that belly button, down through the tailbone. Lift that belly button up. Drop out of those shoulders. Find full expression. Sinking back and spinning those legs around. Coming onto your bottom. We're going to open our knees up into cobbler's pose. So bring those feet together. Bring up nice and tall. My sit bones sometimes get lost, so if you have to invite them back into play, do that. Drop nice and tall. Taking a hold of your feet if you can reach them. If that's inaccessible, take a hold of your shins. Drop out of your shoulders, grow long in your crown. Take a nice deep breath in and head forward with your heart. Hinging at the hips. Yeah, doing this within a chair is great. See if you can open your knees as wide as they can go. So for those of you where the floor is maybe inaccessible, just sit on a chair and you can open those knees and bend forward. What we're doing is we're creating space for the center part of the body to be able to allow the front part of our body some room. We're also opening the groin muscles and the hips. Inhaling, coming back up, lengthening through the left leg, right here, through the left. Creating a figure four with the right foot, okay? So it's almost like reverse pigeon, except we're sitting down. Take a nice deep inhale up, exhale, reach for that toe. My toe is inaccessible today. So I'm going to allow my hands to rest on my shins. Grow long in the crown. If you tip the chin slightly, what you feel is the back of the head all the way to the tail. So from the base of the skull all the way down to the base of the sacrum, there's muscles that run along the spine, and you'll begin to feel those open. Invite that belly button back, and on the exhale, allow the release to happen. You might find that as you exhale and release, that then you have the ability and the foot becomes accessible. And if it doesn't matter. It's okay. Nicely done. 2 more breaths. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling, we're going to twist towards the leg that's bent, taking a hold of that knee with the left hand, and the right hand is going to drop behind us and encourage this twist, looking over our shoulders. Breathing into it. Find your breath. One more, nice long breath. Exhale, encourage the twist to deepen. Inhaling, coming back up to center. Exhaling, bringing that knee back into the cobbler's pose. Take a nice deep breath in. Grow up nice and tall. Taking a hold of those feet. And exhaling straight forward. Notice if you have more room to drop forward in this, cobblers. Notice if one side's holding you back. Notice if it feels balanced or imbalanced. Just notice there's no judgment in it. We've only done one side. And so it's likely that, like, my body kind of wants to drop through the left shoulder. I have more space on the left side. Inhaling, drawing up. Releasing that right leg straight forward. Bringing that left foot in to meet the leg of the right foot. Inhaling the hands up. Exhaling straight forward. Again, as I begin this, my foot is inaccessible. So I'm going to grow long in my crown. I'm going to invite that core into play here. I'm going to lengthen through my crown. I'm going to feel all the muscles from the base of my skull all the way down my back begin to open and release. I'm going to follow my breath. Nice deep inhale. Nice deep exhale. I'm going to see if I can walk my hands a little further down, and there's my toes. Barely. It's a reach, but there they are. You can reach them with one hand. And now I'm going to invite my other hand in and see if that opens up any as well. A little bit, it's challenging. I feel my shoulders coming into play, and I feel my core go on vacation. So I'm going to invite all of that back into play here. Nice deep breath. Exhale it out. Inhaling, coming back up. Exhaling, twisting to that left knee. Right hand connects with the left knee. Left hand goes behind the body, inviting the twist to deepen. Find your breath. Drop out of those shoulders. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Nicely done. Inhaling, bringing those arms back up. Exhaling, stepping that foot back in to meet the other one, coming back into cobblers for the last time. Notice what's different. Does it feel different? Lengthen through the crown. Invite that belly button back. What does it feel like to maybe just give a little bit of lift through the pelvic floor, and then exhale, headed straight forward. Meeting with the heart. Nothing to do. Inhaling, drawing up, releasing those knees, coming into standing, finding where you can release the arms and hold that body nice and strong. Belly button to the spine. Even if you're sitting on a chair, you can drop long through the crown. Invite that belly button back and lift up. There you go. Breathe into it. And if you want to deepen this, you can pick your feet up off the floor. And if you want it deeper, you can straighten the legs out. Not going to do it today, but available if you would like. Breathe into it. One more breath, and then exhale to lower all the way down. Hands come up overhead, opening that center body. Walk that left foot in, cross the right knee over it. Open that knee wide. Scoop those hands in between and take a hold of the back of the thigh. Reverse pigeon. Let that knee drop. Let this be about the right hip. So let your right elbow connect to the outside of your, I'm going to spin so you can see it on how I have my arms here. So I have my elbow connected kind of with my leg and my knee. And that's encouraging that hip to open. And then lengthening through that foot. Flex that left foot and then begin to circle it. It's really good to keep the ankle open and flexible and pliable. The whole time I'm opening the right hip. Reverse that foot, let it go the other way. Nicely done. And release that foot down and see if you can draw that hip in a little bit closer. A little bit closer to your chest. I can feel this in my hip. I can feel it in my hamstrings. I can feel it in my soul. Nicely done. Setting that foot down, switching legs. Crossing the left foot over the right foot. Reach your hands up just to give a little counter pose and then draw them through, lifting up through that leg. Again, notice how my left elbow connects with my left thigh. Not quite to my elbow, but that's kind of the direction that we're going. Drawing it in, breathing into it. Okay. Stay there. I'm just going to spin back around. Let the work be in that hip. Hips are talking to me today. Hips and low back. So when the hips are tight, the low back is tight. See if you can have the sensation of that belly button dropping to the floor. And then inhale, lengthen through that right leg. Circle that ankle around. And reverse it. Circle it around. And then point and flex. Point and flex. Point and and flex, and drop it down. Draw it in. And release that foot down. Bring your feet into standing. Take a minute to just feel yourself come flat onto the floor. We're going to do one bridge today. And from bridge, we'll move into meditation and motion. So whenever you feel that movement of wanting to do something different, that's not led by the mind, but led by the body, you can go there. On the next inhale, drop that belly button down to the earth. Feel the feet anchor in, and then lift up through the center of the body. Once you reach a certain point where the lifting no longer works, you can engage your gluteals, your butt muscles, and lift a little bit higher. Breathe into it. Here we are. Find your breath. Meditation in motion has arrived. You can go. Go there with it. And so for those of you new to meditation in motion, what it is the body will begin to want to move spontaneously, or maybe not. It may not happen for you, but there's no right or wrong way to do it. The fact is, keep breathing. Allow the body to lead the movement. No two people, meditation in motion will look the same. There's no right or wrong way to do it. It's about allowing the body to have its journey. Sometimes the movements are slow and static. Sometimes they're quick. Sometimes they make no sense at all. If you're still in bridge, keep breathing, lift a little bit higher. Allow the movement to happen for you, whatever it looks like in your body. Your eyes are closed. Doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. It matters what's happening inside of your own body. No questioning the movement. It's about allowing the movement to happen in its own time, its own space. If you're still in bridge, keep breathing, lift a little higher, and then begin to roll down one vertebrae at a time. As you come back to resting on your back, notice what it feels like to let that belly button drop to the spine, anchoring you into the earth. 2 more breaths. Finding your way into lying on your back, knees into your chest, rocking side to side. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Lengthening through that left foot, lengthening through that right foot. Coming into Shavasana, allowing the palms to open to receive what the universe has to offer today. Check in with your body. Body, what else do I need? Do I need a blanket? Do I need one more vinyasa? Maybe not today. Feel those feet drop open. Feel the knees spin into the sati position. Notice how the core lets go. And the breath grows shallow. And soften your jaw and notice how the eyes grow heavy. The mind slips away, not here, not there, just allowing. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Maybe invite some circles with your wrists and ankles. And then bring those feet to standing. As you roll to your right side, using your arm as a pillow. Take a deep breath, blow it out. One more deep breath in. And to begin the slow journey back to seated. Inhaling, coming up. Finding yourself in easy pose. It's easier at the end of class, I've decided. Hands come to your heart. We'll end with 3 Ums today. So close your eyes and feel yourself come into your center. Take a nice deep breath in, let it out. Deep breath into Om. When I am at one within myself and you are at one within yourself, then we are one. Namaste.
Namaste.